It's not gonna be edited.
Not gonna be edited. Wow, that's for sure.
And we're live. Should we go all the way? Yeah, forget.
Hello, fans.
Alright.
Okay, you can say right here. Let me
This
just
lighting
do it.
is actually crazy.
Yeah.
Great, we're improving. We have 2 weeks left.
Next time, you guys should get like a little microphone.
There is no
Yeah.
next time.
I think guys we're gonna bring them. Your mics.
Yeah, what happened?
It's gonna
Broke.
be wireless.
Okay. Alrighty, welcome back to Behind the CS Lecture. Today we have 2 special guests. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Okay, Harsha and Kyle. CSE students, researchers, tutors, so many other spicy things they do. And yeah, so we'll have some questions as always, and then we have an activity, and then maybe I'll bring out the hot sauces for the hot ones.
I'm good. Sponsored by Tapioca Express.
We're gonna
Use
get
code
food.
TAPX10 to get a
We
10%
are
off your
not
Tapioca
sponsored.
Express order.
Yes. Alrighty. Let's go this way. Harsha, if you could just introduce yourself.
Cool. I'm Harsha. I'm a sophomore, computer engineering major. Actually, I don't know why I'm a CE major, but I'm a CSE 29 tutor right now, and I do research.
I'm Kyle. I'm a 3rd year. I live in the CS basement.
Real. Real, for sure.
Without context, just saying you live in the basement, it sounds like
Are you
concerning.
trapped or?
Wait, no, I
Blink twice.
do live in the CS basement. 16 hours a day. Typically.
16 hours.
That's a lie. I don't know why I'm lying.
Yeah.
It's more like 5 or 6 hours a day.
It's still not great though.
I mean, I would say it's great.
It's more than me for sure.
Yeah. Do you work hard or it's like?
Do I work hard?
Yeah.
I can't work in the basement. There's too many people to yap to down there.
Actually,
That's actually very true.
So
That's so true.
I have to leave the basement bathroom to work.
Yeah.
I go there for social contact.
That's smart,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I just go down to the basement because I know I'll see one of them just talking during their office hours.
Okay, not me during the office hours.
Okay, but
Yeah.
Mine is
You get TA apparently on this shit, so.
No, I'm just saying. You actually.
Whatever, that's fine. Don't worry about it.
That's not what I was saying.
first bite.
Alright.
Alrighty, first question. What made you choose CS as your major?
Or CE.
Or CE.
So-
or
Slash
CE.
CE. And
So-
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Okay. My bad. I wasn't paying attention.
So in high school, I did not care about college. I didn't know where I wanted to go. So I put a bunch of like cool sounding majors on the wheel, and I spun the wheel, and it landed on CS. So I applied for CS.
You're trolling.
Nope, this is actually a real
The way
story.
you're-
Actual wheel.
It's actually a real story.
That's
Anyway, I kind of wish I was a math major, but yeah,
Which you are though.
or
But you.
or EE, but you know, it's okay. I'm here as a computer science major.
You look so
I
excited.
love
You
taking
flipped on the switch.
I love taking computer science courses. My favorite ones are CSE 11,
That's a good one.
145. Yeah, I would say those are pretty good courses.
Not 29.
I've never taken 29. Yeah, nice try.
So funny story. I actually applied for CE as my second choice major. My first choice was Aero, and I'm so glad I didn't get Aero because I low-key think I'd have dropped out by now if I was Aero.
Wow.
But yeah, I've always kind of liked CS. So yeah,
Well, why did you put Arrow first on your application?
because I wanted to be a pilot, and Aero sounded tangentially related to piloting, so I was like, Aero. because I wasn't planning to go to uni and get a degree. Just wanted to go straight into like my aviation career. If I did that, I probably would have regretted it. But yeah, now I'm here. Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool. And you both have tutored, extensively for some classes. How has that experience been for you, being a tutor?
They love it. They're gonna get rehired.
I feel like that's a switch. He looks like he needs his Audi or something.
I feel like you troll a lot sometimes. I don't know which side of Kyle I'm like talking to.
It's a chill job.
I feel like this is like a job interview, and we're considering hiring you back. Like the setup committee.
Yeah, I would say it's a chill job. I mean, you talk to folks, you give help folks. That's what the job's about, right? Every once in a while you meet that one student like passing through the hallways of CSC or Price Center when you're ordering at Santorini. They go, "Hey, you're my 29 tutor," and I go, "Who are you?" And so it's like it's the start of a great relationship with your own students.
I honestly really like tutoring. Now that I've consistently tutored for 3 quarters, I can't imagine taking a quarter with that I don't tutor in. So it's like become such a big part of my life. Like more than my courses, I think I spend more time on my tutoring. If my employer is watching this, that is not true. That is a gross overestimate. But yeah, I really like talking to students, even though I'm not very social. Yeah, like.
But your ego time is correct, though, right? That's what
it is correct. Yes.
I feel like you are pretty social. But...
I don't know if I call myself social.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, go ahead.
No, it's just I'm socially awkward. Is the thing.
I see that.
Yeah.
It's just winking. I need that camera.
Wait, I did not wink. What?
Yeah.
The camera will show that I did not do any of that.
Are we sure about that?
Cool. So it sounds like tutoring's going well. Y'all like it? You guys both talked about the part of tutoring is like talking to people.
Yep. Tutoring is great.
Let's say that directly to the camera.
Tutoring is great, and everyone should tutor if you get to tutor.
We should have got a lie detector for it.
Kyle's definitely been held hostage for this.
Okay, since tutoring is so great, how was your experience tutoring for 8A versus 29? Or also for you, like CSE 11?
Chill. You can do whatever you want, as long as you do your work, which I do, on time.
Across all 3 courses, like
Yeah, I mean, there's really not much different. They're kind of all the same. Administrative work, finish that. Students come in, clueless, help them, talk to students, reassure them, and it's the same. I think in general, lower divs are kind of all the same when you're tutoring. I don't really see too much of a difference. I think maybe the one exception is 8A though, because most students who come in don't really know what they're doing, or have never touched a computer, or never owned one. So yeah.
I actually disagree with that. Like, I feel like 29 is more of a transitional, like, lower div, upper div kind of course. So I feel less bad when I have to tell a student, okay, go use GDB. You've been given all the tools, go utilize them. That's something I'd be comfortable in doing in 29. For 8A, I kind of don't want to discourage the students early on, right? Like, if someone comes to me, they're like, I don't understand Python for loops. I don't know what for I in something is versus for I in range something. That's something I would like spend time on explaining to the student, like take out more hours if needed, right? But for 29, you can kind of just guide them in a direction and they'll figure the rest out, is what I've noticed.
Do you think it's also because of like the majority of students who take 29 are like CS majors versus in 8A it's sort of like a mixed bag about the students?
I definitely think so because 8A, I think looking at the composition, it's like pretty even, right? Like majors versus non-majors. 29, it's like mostly majors. So yeah, I guess that's another thing. They're more locked into CS than someone taking 8A would be.
Any thoughts on that or no?
No, I think we agree to disagree here.
Agree to disagree.
They're definitely different courses. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you both tutored? I mean, oh, for sure 8A. For sure 8A. I remember.
I've only done 8A.
He's only done 11 with Kyle. That's where I first met Kyle. We did, but we didn't really talk much. We
That's right. Yeah.
He's like, can't confirm.
Wait, didn't you tutor 29? I mean, that was you. Yeah.
Yeah, that was last year.
Spring?
No, I think it was winter.
Spring, right? That was when I.
Spring.
There was none in winter.
It wasn't last winter.
Honestly, I think sometimes I do. You know, I like discussion because I could just be like, hey. Oh, and then my discussion, my lab group only had like 5 students. So I'm like, and there was like 3 tutors and 1 TA. So I was more like the, you got this, I believe in you.
Yeah.
And then, but that's besides the point. But yeah, it was just coming back to like it's definitely different course and different student vibes and stuff. Perfect.
I guess you sort of mentioned your favorite classes, but I guess Harsha, what's your favorite class at UCSD? It can be like anyone, not necessarily CSE. If it is CSE, just name it. And also like why is it your favorite class? The why for you as well.
So my favorite class is Math 100A. I think everyone should take Math 100A. It is the most beautiful course you can ever take at UCSD. Every homework assignment, every problem you solve is discovering something fundamental about the universe. Whereas CSE, you're kind of just monkeying around, hoping your for loops and if statements kind of all stick together, your logic makes sense, but that's not always true, right? But with 100A, it's like you're building blocks. You're actually like connecting things together, and then suddenly these emergent properties appear out of nowhere, and it's, out of nowhere. And so, it's a lot more, feels more akin to an art class. And for any listeners out there, I think you should all take it. It's a great course. And that's it. I think that's the only course I've enjoyed here.
Only?
That's actually not true. Yeah, that is actually not true. You're right. I think about it. That is not true. I think CSE 11 and 12 were really good with Miranda. Rest in peace, Miranda.
He's alive, by the way.
Well, let's just say, never mind. Let's just say that I miss Miranda. Anyway, it was a great professor. Those courses were pretty cool. I think it was my first time programming ever. So yeah.
I can't decide. The whole time I was talking, I was trying to decide what course I should say, but it's so hard to pick because I really like 29. I really like 30. What?
You can pick more than one.
I can pick more than one?
Yeah, pick 5 if you want.
So there's this course that I took my first quarter here, Sociology 1. And now that's my minor, right? Sociology. That's what got me into it. And that's what got me into social science research in general. It's it's so nuanced. It's not all mechanical, I guess, like CS tends to be. So I really like that. As for CS classes, 29, definitely 30, because I really like architecture now, and 30 was what got me into it. Also, 30 is how I'm at Leo. So yeah.
Leo Porter?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, I do research with now.
I didn't know. You did bring it up, but that's pretty cool. The sociology minor. trying to think of my type of class in sociology. It's more like discussion based, right? Just like bouncing ideas off each other, like
Kind of.
expanding on your takes on stuff.
Like there is a lecture, specifically the professor I took it with, John Screnney. He's like really like he's a really good lecturer, right? Like he's Gerald here. So
Oh my, there's a drone. You guys see that?
oh yeah, a drone.
Oh,
Sorry to derail your John Eldon
Screnney.
Scranton. Oh.
I don't see the trip.
It was
It's
all
like my
that.
job.
Yeah,
Me and
So-
the chat didn't see.
As a CSE employee. I should answer.
Oh. Ignore it.
Okay, next question.
Yeah, 1 second. We already talked about that. Okay, Harsha, this one's specifically for you. Can you elaborate on preferring to write in assembly over Python?
Oh,
It's like, I thought you never asked.
For context, this is based on what we've heard about Harsha. So
The rumors, is that true then?
it is true. It's funny you ask because I spent the past week obsessing over assembly, and I think it's a beautiful language if you're like into making it makes you feel one with the machine. I know that's really cliche to say, but okay, if you write a Python loop, right, for I in whatever, what does that mean? You're just throwing an iterator at it in the hopes that it sticks, right? Like the more low level you get, I feel like the more you understand the machine, the more you can optimize your code and make sure it runs well, like both for accessibility and like you want it to be efficient because you don't want to waste energy, stuff like that, right? Like it makes you feel better. No, but yeah, it is true.
Compared to Python, or like compared to like all other,
I mean, Python has its place, right? Like it's a
like in
script.
your heart, like a place where.
I think Python's a disgusting language.
I
There's-
love
trying
Python.
not-
There are no
Java,
types,
ugh.
no type safety. They don't like. Okay, you can just write whatever code. Yeah, if it compiles, I guess it runs, but like, does it really do what you want? No, there's no types, right? You can just write whatever. Everything is an object. Why is that? Why is there a garbage collector, right? Like,
I'm shaking my head.
like why is the like? Don't even get me started on Python packaging. It's like the most disgusting software you'll ever use in your entire life. Like pip is so bad. Like you I think there's a unique type of horror when you open a Python repo for the first time, right? And you see a requirements.txt. That's how you know this person like sucks as a human being. Like this, you're about to see the most disgusting code you've ever seen, and you're gonna spend the next 5 hours pip install -r requirements.txt. Oh, I'm really sorry, but your Pylance version 0.023 is not supported by your Python version 3.94. Why does that make sense? Right? Exactly.
Okay, I give you 1 point. I give you 1
No,
point.
because like,
That's it. That's
the
it.
tooling is so bad.
I'm trying to find your robot.
Cheers.
I saw that
The tooling is just so bad.
considering the hate that you have for Python, how come your Discord name is what it is? I'm not gonna say
Oh.
it. Just to,
Oh, that's from my Roblox username. yeah.
Pink.
So where did it come from?
It's from my Roblox username.
No, like where did you come up with the idea for it? It was just like
It's just
default?
from my Roblox username.
Like that's just what it gave it to you, or did you choose your Roblox username?
Yeah, it's from my Roblox username.
Context is Roblox username is pink with the
Yeah, it's like pink.
I was trying to.
You're gonna get
Wait.
so many new friends now. Roblox
I
works,
was
right?
gonna do
Is it out?
I don't know anything.
let's play Dress to Impress.
Wait. You should over the summer. Okay. So you both agree that Python sucks?
Yeah. But for
Okay.
different reasons, though. I think Harsha's reasons are not really valid, but I think we agree on the same thing. And
You
honestly-
can't invalidate someone's reasoning.
Yes, you can.
Okay, wait.
You don't really have to go like so low level, especially it depends on what you're using it for. I feel like some programming languages are better depending on what you're doing with it.
Okay.
So
That's
and just assembly itself.
I mean, I don't know. Like,
and then I
when
agree
are
that
you-
Python does have its problems,
Right.
but also like in terms of packaging, there is like instead of pip, like there's a UV now.
Yeah, I've
The
used
package-
UV. It's
yeah.
pretty good. But also, like, you're never gonna deploy a Jupyter notebook to your instance, right?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like based on what you're doing, what you try to work on and stuff, the language you're working on kind of makes sense.
I think as a
Depending on what you're
scripting
doing.
language, it has merit. It's better than JavaScript. For sure.
It's definitely better than Bash, especially when you're working on a pipeline.
Yeah, affect the context of what you're doing.
But that's about it, though. But that's it.
I feel like it's pretty
That's all there
good
is.
for like Python is pretty used for like AI ML related stuff and CV.
I mean, for better or for worse, right? Like nowadays, it's like
I mean,
if you're
there's,
not
like, Python and
optimizing your
stuff, yeah.
A100 down to like the exact teraflop, then you're just gonna get beat. You know, that's what happened with DeepSeek and whatnot.
True.
Perfect. Okay, next question.
You know what? Actually, Python is so bad. Like we should be teaching like Java or C++ first.
Yeah,
Java?
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Not
That's
Java.
crazy.
I think Golang is also a good thing. Anything but Python.
You know what? I think C should be the first thing.
Sure, anything but Python. I don't care. Like it is such a horrible language.
Python has so many like semantic things that you wouldn't expect a beginner to understand, right? Like why is the default for loop an iterator based
Yeah.
for each loop?
Yeah, I agree. There's this like paper from the early 2000s, and it tells you about your first programming language determines like how you think all computing problems for the rest of your life. So if you learn Python first, then you're just like cooked. Like it's like you just think everything is in Python. But when your first language is like Java or C++, or I guess if you're weird enough like Haskell, then your whole like paradigm of like computing is like totally different, and it actually sets you up for success in the future, right?
Interesting. I need to find that paper.
I
I learned Java first, but I did not like it.
I also learned Java first, I think.
But Miranda was cool.
You know, I think I learned Python.
I'm really sorry
I
for
like
you.
that on first too.
But he's doing great. Look at
You're
him
all
now.
good.
But I quickly switched because I realized it was hard.
It's okay. We'll bring
Yeah.
it back later. Cool. Alrighty. Next question.
All right. So Kyle, you've also worked as an RA. How was that? How's that sort of like application process?
I'm not allowed to talk about it.
Oh, you're actually not.
No.
But what if you did?
But like if someone was like asking you how do I become an RA or something, what would you tell them? Like there's something you'd tell them.
I guess I would talk about how much you care about the community, and how much you want to give back, how much it means to you, what you can do to strive on a team where you can support this community, and especially like incoming first years or second years who are transitioned from a first year. And so playing a role in the community is that. And in your like application, you definitely want to talk about examples where you've like showed this, why it's important to this incoming RA team and why they should hire you. And so like these ideas are what makes like a strong application.
He is PR trained. That was such a job interview answer.
That's actually insane. This is scary.
RAing is cool in general, but that was so like structured.
Wait, I mean, I would say that to anyone. Like, I actually mean this though. Like, this is not like a PR something I've told myself in the mirror a million times before this interview.
2 million times.
I mean, podcast, right?
Okay. Perfect.
So stressful, bro. I don't think I could do it.
It does
I mean,
seem
it's
really
okay.
stressful.
Yeah.
It's very dependent.
Mhm.
There are a lot of things outside of your control, and that's you just have to accept that.
Perfect.
Yes, how do you balance that with the tutoring and your classes? Because I know you do like.
I don't know. I don't think it's that hard. You just keep a good Google Calendar.
Not hard.
Yeah.
This guy's an academic.
You just keep a good Google Calendar. You follow your schedule. And that's pretty much it. You communicate well. That's all you have to do.
Okay.
I mean, the steps are there, right? It's just whether or not you want to follow through on them. It's entirely like a discipline thing.
How many units are you taking in?
Right now,
You don't remember it?
20 plus, at least 20, something like that. Yeah.
At least 20 in 2 jobs.
Plus
crazy.
research.
Oh yeah.
Less research.
I mean, we all have the same 168 hours a week, right? We all sleep the same amount. We all get the same amount of work done. It's really up to like what we choose to do with that 168 hours. So I think if I can do it, anyone can do it.
True.
You're trolling, Kyle. This is not. Once the camera's like turned off, this is not the Kyle.
Wait, I mean, serious. Like, I mean this from my heart. Like, we all have the same 168 hours.
Okay, I respect that.
Okay. I guess back to Harsha, right? I know you're really into flying and stuff. So how did you get into flying? And then, I guess I don't know. Like, what's the most exciting and stressful part about it?
How did I get into flying? I don't know. I guess the introspective answer to that is I lived like 5 minutes by walk away from an airbase. I just always like thought planes were cool. But I don't really know when it like clicked that I wanted to get a license, because it wasn't something I thought about as a child. But yeah, what's most stressful? The FAA being on my ass.
Wait, what's that?
That is
The
true.
Federal Aviation Administration. The feds. If you're watching this, I love you, and
He's also PR trained.
no, but it's stressful as a non-US citizen. Yeah, but it's nice. Like you can't beat that experience. Like once you've been in the air, especially here in Southern California, like it's a view you cannot beat.
He's right. He's right.
You've been flown. Wait, did you fly him?
No.
Oh.
Not yet.
Not yet. Is it gonna happen?
Yeah, for sure.
Guys, how much do you charge again per person?
Well, I'm not allowed to charge.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm.
And some stuff out. I'm just kidding. Okay, proceed.
Legally.
Oh.
The feds hit my line, right?
No, but legally I'm not allowed to charge people. But what I'm allowed to do is, if you're flying for recreational purposes, for a common recreational purpose, I'm allowed to split the costs pro rata, which means like no less than the equal amount of share or equal price, right? So it's like $100 and something, right? And there are $150. There's 3 people. Each person pays $50, and I can't pay any less than $50. Right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Dang. You got $50?
2 jobs. Yes, dude.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah. You know what?
It's not allowed
Podcast
to
up there in the air.
Now,
Yeah.
Wait, this is the trip to Thomas.
Actually, remember how I said I was gonna drive to pick you up and go to
Just fly instead.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how we pick you up on the way.
Perfect. It is 7:20, and Tom is over here.
I have some time. We can continue if you guys want.
I do not.
You want to take his place?
Yeah, you want to.
Well, we need the laptop right now.
You can swap to do some deleted scenes actually if you want to.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. In that case, should we do the activity then?
Sure.
Okay. You want to explain this?
Alright, apparently I'm the activity guy. Okay. So what we want you to do, right? So imagine that we are students that have come to your tutor hours again, and you both have hours at the same time, and we want you to teach us a concept, right? But you have to alternate sentences. Again.
Wow.
So like Harsha will say sentence and back and forth.
And it will be Python.
And so the first concept is nested for loops. So who wants to start?
You can go. I have no desire to teach Python.
So a nested for loop. A nested just means you have one for loop inside of another for loop.
Okay, good.
What's a for loop? Well, a for loop is when you have something that's countably finite and you want to go to every thing in that countably finite thing. That's when you would use a for loop.
But
What
tutor
is-
Harsha, what is countably finite? What does that mean?
It is when It is when you have a thing and that thing has many things inside of that thing. And then you can count the number of things that are inside of that thing.
Can you give me an analogy?
A hand, right? And I have a countably finite number of fingers. So if I wanted to get a ring for each of my fingers, I would use a for loop, and then I would assign a ring to each finger.
It's a good example, Harsha.
That's actually really good. That's a really good example.
Thank you.
Oh, so that's nested for loops. I thought there was
What was the nested for
Okay. Wait, let's spice it up a bit. Have you guys seen that where like you can't use a word with like a specific letter?
Oh, what?
Oh.
Oh yeah. I like that.
It's like you can't. Wait, what letter is it?
Letter E or something.
Oh,
Letter
it's
O.
over.
Letter O, you just can't say for loop.
You might be a little too hard.
That's no, for nested loop.
A whole word?
Yeah. So like if it's S, I can't say. So I need to replace another word to say.
Ooh.
I can't yell. No.
I mean, sorry.
Okay.
I'm not the one who-
What letter? S? N?
Sure. S.
M? S? Okay.
S.
S. I just lost.
Oh.
So
Oh. every time you say it, it goes on to the you swap.
I don't know the Kyle.
All you have to do, okay, you put the for loop right below another for loop, and you need to make sure.
Oh!
Sure.
There you go.
you need to make certain
Ooh.
of the fact that the inner loop is
Indented so that
That was crazy.
that the inner loop run plural form multiple time
Ooh.
plural form thereof.
does it have to be like the letter S or does it have to be like the sound S?
letter?
Letter.
Harsha, you like say it in Hindi.
No!
You'll never say the
For
letter
the
S.
audience, it has to be English.
Aw.
It's unfortunate.
Wait, we should.
You
ask
would
questions.
would you understand it if he said?
No,
Okay.
but I'm not the student here being taught, so
Yeah, but there are students who wouldn't.
sorry.
Okay, can you give me an example?
Um,
The best affordable.
I think a good one's like a matrix. You're iterating over a 2D matrix. So you need a for loop to go over all the rows. And you need
Rows?
Rose.
You know, I actually disagree.
No.
I guess you can't disagree. You can only
Disagree
agree.
anymore.
well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh.
Every time he messes
Not
up,
sorry.
he agrees it up.
He's not sorry.
I make the choice to not agree with Kai.
Kyle.
God.
Wait.
Back to you again.
I mean, it is.
Oh.
I think a matrix is. Would you replace is with?
What?
Actually, I would agree with you here. Yeah. I think it's too far.
But
Yeah. Wait, what?
he said it's.
Yeah.
Oh. I can't not A it. Okay. Let's see.
You say yes. I want to speak. All right. So.
Oh.
Wait, you do it again.
All of that.
Say yes again.
S.
You can think of giving everyone like 6.
No.
I don't know why I picked 6. Wow. What a horrible number.
Going back to the hand analogy.
Oh.
Pick a room with a number of people and allocate a ring to each of their plural version of appendages.
Well,
Okay, let's move on to a different topic since it's almost 7:30. But it will be Malik, and this time it will be the letter E. You cannot say or use.
That might be easier. I just
Dang
lost.
it. Okay, you can't say E or M.
Wait, just replace it with something else.
Alec inside PC.
Wait, you said inside.
Wait, no S.
No,
No,
S. Oh, yeah, my bad. All the letters of the.
Wait, did you say E and M?
Inside has an E.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
just
that's
E,
what I
just
said,
E. Okay,
Okay, okay.
just E.
Cool.
You have a time limit because he has to go
Oh.
at 7:30.
Yeah. The machine.
Oh, you said the.
Ooh.
Lost already.
I'm mentioning both words.
Machine just has an E.
Spot in PC. Put thoughts. If I knew sign language, it would actually be so insane. Because I would
Because
just
not all students
Yeah, that would-
understand sign language, so that's not inclusive.
not all students understand English, so that's not inclusive either.
Oh.
Well, they go to UCSD, the
Well, I don't know.
the assumption standard.
I try not to assume.
Mhm.
Yeah. Which also, if you're a tutor, you should also try not to assume that your student has understanding of all the customs of the U.S. and try to be as inclusive as possible.
That's
Looks direct back to
But you agree, though, right?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I mean, that's basically what my research is. Also Audrey.
Ooh.
Same vibe. Okay, back to Malik. Yeah, 2 minutes now.
Me or him?
I just said there's a spot in the place, and now it's your turn.
Yeah, that's you.
Oh, said spot is Phantom Text.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, what?
Said spot is Phantom Text by.
Text.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
but I'm just confused about why that's
what
in
is
a
that?
I'm trying to replace Malik with something else because I can't say M.
No,
Sorry.
We ordered
It's
an
just
M.
E, just E,
You
just
see
E.
now?
Sorry.
Wait, all of that?
Yeah, apparently so. What the
Hey, because you are, you just say E.
E.
Actually, I don't know. I think it's too hard. Yeah, I don't know about this one. I don't know how to do it.
Like Wordle.
Yeah, it's like.
fuck?
Wait, I think if we get to say E, we can just keep like saying it and just go back and forth.
Yeah,
So,
that was it.
yeah. So, okay, you got this. You ready? All right. So, Malik works by allocating memory.
That was 2 weeks.
Well, there's only one E.
It's one word.
It's your turn now. Go.
That's also one E, no?
Yeah, it's one.
We're
It is
just an
one.
educational podcast.
Some misinformation.
Family R's and strawberry. 4.
You said memory, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, that doesn't count. That doesn't count.
So that the computer can remember.
Computer.
For sure.
Where the data goes.
Where?
The data goes.
Again, in the physical,
Memory.
Oh, memory.
on the machine
Okay.
So that you can use it,
to store data.
Okay.
store data. He said stores.
Yeah.
Data. So that I think you can use it.
Across functions without worrying about scope.
Mm.
Yeah, and that's about it.
Wow, that's good.
Good job, my
Yeah.
guy. Couldn't have done it without you.
Thank you.
Nice.
Perfect. We can continue on the phone.
Yep, I got
we'll
some
edit.
good-
Well, we won't edit.
We
I
uploaded a
misspoke.
separate
I
video.
misspoke. We will upload. We will upload it later.
Unedited one.
Dude, do you want to edit it? Well, then that's
If
fine.
you-
Well, and that, yeah.
See ya.
Goodbye to the 0 viewers.
Oh boy.
It's actually 0.